Alright, so what's going on, everyone? Today we're going to do a video for Bitcoin. It's been a while since I did a video, so I'm back to drop another idea of what we think the market of Bitcoin is going to do. You guys can see our last idea was right here on the 31st of July, and we were expecting Bitcoin to go higher. Initially, price went down. It didn't hold this first buy pocket, but it definitely held the second one. Then you guys can actually see how far Bitcoin went up right here towards this sell pocket that we identified as well, and it got rejected there. And price been on the decline since then. Now, that would have been about around 4.9% when price in Bitcoin exceeded the sell pocket. So hopefully you was able to grab something out of the market on that particular run or particular move up, because maybe we might get an opportunity. We'll see. Let's go ahead and get rid of this prediction here first. We will also get rid of this buy pocket here in Bitcoin and this one. And you guys can see that the buyers in Bitcoin came here. Okay, so let's go ahead and create this area as that's a pocket of buying there. And now you guys can see we need to get rid of this sell pocket and actually create a new one, which is going to be up here for Bitcoin. All right, so now we got the areas delineated between where are the buyers and the sellers. Here's another one right here of selling in the market for Bitcoin, and you guys can see that today the price did hit this area of selling. So now we got to be kind of watchful to see if the buyers are going to continue to move the market up in Bitcoin. Currently we're in a very good trend to the upside in Bitcoin ever since the low that occurred on September 1st. Here it is, the 18th, and price has gone up. So let's go ahead and look at this on a different time frame first for Bitcoin. Here it is on the 2. Okay, so how do you feel about this? You guys can definitely see that the brakes are being pressed for the buyers as price approaches the sell pocket, which simply means that selling is increasing or is stopping the progressional move for the buyers to the upside. We did receive this buy signal into the market in Bitcoin, just like we did on the other ones, something that we need to pay attention to, especially on the longer term charts. In this situation, it's the 3-day time frame. Okay, so currently I think we need to lean more towards that this market is still in favor of buyers. Here it is on the 4. You can see another buy signal that was triggered on the 4-day chart. So we're going to continue to lean forward into suspecting that buyers are the ones that's moving the price. Take a look at Bitcoin on the 5. You guys can actually see that we didn't get too much of a follow through after this 5-day price bar was printed. It kind of traded within a range the next 5 days. I guess you can kind of say that the buyers were testing the sellers in the market on this 5-day bar to see if they really wanted to sell their Bitcoin, and given the result, it doesn't look like they were willing to sell. So again, that's another clue that the market may continue to go up. Here it is on the weekly chart for Bitcoin. Here it is on the 2 weeks. This is pretty bullish here too on the 2 weeks chart. We did see this weakness following on this two weekly price bar, but the market didn't go down. It went right back up to where it started on the prior 2 weeks. Again, that tells us that sellers either they fled or they didn't have any more Bitcoin to sell. Whatever the case, they didn't continue the control of price after this 2 weekly price bar was printed. That is why the market in Bitcoin went up. So that again is just another situation, another clue, another indication, another breadcrumb, whatever you want to call it, that is telling us that Bitcoin is aiming for higher prices. Here it is on the 3. Let's look at Bitcoin on the 5. And let's look at this on the month. What happens for the month of August? So again, that's not too bullish. We can definitely see weakness into the market in Bitcoin on the monthly chart. So even though we can see strength, buyers controlling price on the smaller time frame, keep this long-term chart, the monthly time frame, in your mind to let you know, well, on the longer term charts, we're still seeing the emphasis of sellers entering the market. So we might still see price get rejected as we near the high of the month for Bitcoin. All right, so just keep that in mind. So let's break this back down to the hourly. Okay, so currently the market isn't too bearish. We can definitely see that this area right here would be a pocket of buying. This is on the hourly chart. Okay. And this would be another one. Let's see this on a 5-hour. So this would be another pocket for Bitcoin right here on the 5-hour chart. So we're going to mark those two areas. I want to look at this on the 330. Okay, so look at this. You guys can see that the market was bought right here on this 330-minute price bar. All of this right here is buying. Okay. This is where people were buying Bitcoin. The reason how you can tell is because, first of all, this sell bar was garnered on this 330-minute price bar, but the market didn't go down. It stopped. It's like someone was plugging the market, filling a hole to where sellers couldn't break through. This is that pocket right here. Sellers tried to do it again on this 330-minute price bar. Didn't succeed. They did it a third time. Didn't succeed. Okay. So yeah, all in all, I do suspect that the price here in Bitcoin is still aiming for higher prices, but we all can also acknowledge that we're hitting a sell pocket right now. So just be cautious, be aware that the market can still go down as we do this price prediction in the near term. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this real quick. So we're going to anticipate higher prices for Bitcoin. Now our first target is going to be right here at the high of this sell pocket. And look at it. It's only 1.5%. So we're aware that there's still opportunity for sellers to enter the market and impact Bitcoin's price and lower it. Okay, so keep that in mind. And then we're going to try to target, let me see. This may actually be a sell pocket right here too. So let me just mark this too, just so you can tell that we did talk about this area being a sell pocket for Bitcoin. So let's go back. And we're going to target this area right here, which is 3.43% at $121,188. Our third target would be around $122,052. And then we're going to look for the market ultimately to try to run back to the highs on this exchange. It might hit the low of the pocket, which is only 5.37, or at the high, which is around like 6.34. All right, so we're going to put this here. And we're just going to see how much control the market participants has for Bitcoin to continue to try to move this market up. All right, so just be prepared for the anticipation of lower prices, seeing that the market is already getting rejected at this sell pocket already. And that's it. Let me know your thoughts. Make sure you maintain profit, and as always, trade different.